Decided to do another Red Eye Raw. It's kind of blurry, isn't it? The fuck? Why is it so blurry? It is what it is, I guess. But I just now got the platinum trophy on Yik. I just got the last achievement. In other words, it's a trophy, not an achievement, because it's PlayStation. But I got it. Now, granted, because I found out you could just turn on infinite time energy. So that's how I did it. I just held down time energy and just did the Essentia combo that way, and that's how I got it. Because that was the last trophy I needed. If you guys didn't know. But yeah, I guess today one thing I want to talk about was obsessions, which, to be fair, is something I've talked about on this channel many times. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. Obsessions, because I tend to get those, right? Like, there's always a thing I obsess over at the current time, right? There's always something. For a while, it's Go Nagai. For another while, it's Takeshi. For another while, it's Fallout. And, like, obviously, I go back to all these things, and they become the obsession again. Right now, it's Yik. That's the thing I'm obviously obsessed with. I've been playing a whole hell of a lot of that game, if you hadn't noticed. What's up, Andy? I also beat Postal tonight, so that was cool. But depending on when I finish this, I probably won't stream again tonight after this one, but tomorrow I'm definitely going to play more Yik. Now that again, it's great that I have all of the trophies now, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I used a turbo controller to get the Alex one, and I used infinite time energy to get the Essentia one, but still. It still took me 3 or 4 attempts with infinite time energy, because you still got to time it right. But yeah, I don't know why. I just really get into the things I'm into, and it's just been something that's always kind of happened. So that was kind of the jumping off point. Not necessarily what we're sticking with today. Like I said, I did beat Postal as well, so that was cool. And where I'm chill now, that's good, Andy. I'm glad you've calmed down. Because you were on something in that Postal stream, I tell you. Let's see. But yeah, so I'm gonna play Postal 2 sometime this weekend. I'm gonna play more Yik, obviously, because I got to do that new game plus so many fucking times to get to 999. But I'm crazy enough to fucking do it. Watch. Um, but other than that, I've still got plenty of videos I need to work on, obviously. I'll do that contrarian one at some point. Got some more reviews and stuff to do, most likely. Maybe I'll review Postal now that I've beat it. We'll see. I also bought Postal Redux, which, I would have got had I thought to look for it, but also it would have cost a lot more. So $5, it's. I mean, I already had Postal on Steam anyway, but again, because of the way I am, I'm going to be losing access to Steam in a couple of months here, which is a bitch. But I'm stubborn. I am stubborn. What's up, Evie? But I've been using my PS4 a lot more lately. Um, like, ever since Theron had me hook it up to watch him do some Sans attempts, because I made a bet with him, like, that he wouldn't be able to beat Sans. And he hasn't. And he only has 3 more days, so I think I win. But I'm also going to do my entire PS4 collection video. And my SpongeBob collection video, now that I found Super Sponge. Unfortunately, one thing I haven't found is that old book I had as a kid, right? When I was a kid, I had this book called Life's a Beach and Other SpongeBobisms. Don't know what happened to that. Sure, I already know this from the previous stream, but simply put, YouTube, block system, and button, I do not like at all. The only time I agree with blocking is for role-breaking videos. Okay, Andy. Obviously, it takes a lot to get me to block someone. I don't do that a whole hell of a lot. You really want attention right now, don't you, Evie? What? What? Stupid mutt. Ugh. But, yeah, I'm gonna also try to beat Lisa soon. Want to try and knock out the Steam games I really want to complete sooner than later. Hey, stupid. Hey, stupid. Um, let's see, what else is there to talk about tonight? I've been watching this show, Succession, with my friend Theron. It's been pretty good so far. I've been showing him Peep Show, which ironically is from the same creator. I guess it's not really ironic, but you know what I mean. It's fitting, I guess, which is kind of the opposite of ironic, right? I guess irony can be fitting. Whatever, you get what I mean. Oh, this is a ghost Gurkha. This doesn't feel anywhere near as harsh as ghost Gurkhas usually are. Huh. It's a lighter one, because usually they're a lot darker wrapper around them. But now I just need I bought the Yick soundtrack on vinyl. I bought that tonight, and I also bought Deviation Perspective, which is the book. I bought that like a week or two ago. Like I said, I'm really into that game now. It's made its way into my top 10 RPGs, and there will be a new version of that once I get around to it. But God knows when that'll be. But Corbin's been doing a lot more content, hasn't he? He did a stream tonight. We were thinking of doing a stream together, playing some Duke Nukem, you know? That could be really cool. Do a dual stream where he's streaming and I'm streaming. That could be really cool. We should do that. I mean, granted, mine will be better quality because I'm using a capture card, but still. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I need to work on some of the stuff I've been reading. I need to try and fix my fucking sleep schedule. It has been awful. It has been fucking terrible. My left eye's been bugging me the last day. I don't know why. It's felt twitchy. Am I on top chat or... No, I'm on live chat. We're good. All right, just making sure. But my Undertale and Yik videos have both been doing really well. The Undertale one actually has more views, which I was surprised by because at first it didn't seem to be gaining anywhere near as much traction. But now it's got like 700 views and the Yik one has like 500, so not too shabby. You guys good? Maybe I'll do another monthly movie recap after this. Yeah, that might be what I do. Because it's been a minute since I've done one. And this one will still be monthly. Look at that, still within a month. Like, I mean, it's a couple of weeks more than that, but still, monthly. Actually monthly. Nice. You know, when I was a kid, we had this big-ass house that had, like, 2 floors and a basement. And, like, the basement was like a full apartment, basically. And we had this laundry chute that had, like, this cabinet at the bottom of it. And when I was little, not, like, super little. I think we moved there when I was, like, 7 or 8. I think it was 6 or 7, actually. Probably 7. But anyway, I remember I could fit in it, right? The cabinet thing. And so that was where I'd hide when we play hide and seek. But then, of course, that became predictable. Laundry chute wasn't big enough to go down itself. Just the cabinet at the bottom was. I'm just telling nostalgic stories, I guess, now for some reason. Don't know why it came to my mind, but it did. That big-ass house, though, had this, like, storage room where the floor was concrete for a lot of it, but then at the end, it was all dirt. And so mice could get in up through that. So that house had mice, and it was a pain in the ass. Those fuckers will chew up your shit. You leave it on the floor. Like, that was always something that was a pain in the ass dealing with for part of my life as a kid, right? But eventually we did have to move due to financial troubles. And then I lived the place after that for quite a few years. Then we moved to the house after that, and then we got this one. Riveting story, right? You know, another thing I should talk about. It's true, your channel did turn 13 recently. I saw your community post about that. Yeah, I was literally about to bring that up, Andy. I didn't do a 13 years of Fugitive Red Eye video, so guess I'll talk about that now. 13 years of the channel, huh? That's nuts. Like, This channel I created all the way back in October 26th of 2010. And I have come a long fucking way since then. This channel has evolved and it has changed so much over the years. Like Gen 1 of the channel, right, was just like webcam or where we just talk to the camera kind of like this, but with a shitty webcam. Kind of like I do when I do redeye raw using my current shitty webcam. Um, or we do skits recording on phones. Um, Old flip phones too, which we would upload. And again, not the best quality either at the time. But and obviously before the channel, I made DVDs, and then they later got uploaded as Gen Zero Red Eye. Some of them did. There's still some I need to do. I still need to continue editing the ODST playthrough, don't I? Yeah, I should probably get on that. I'm gonna try to edit some of my backlog. I have so many things I need to edit, but it's just time is a hell of a thing, isn't it? Like my life's just fucking blowing by, just day after day, and before you know it, a fucking year's gone by, and before you know it, several years have gone by. It's crazy. And the world's all going to shit. Um, and I'm also more aware of it, so that obviously contributes. But I still have things I enjoy and stuff. Obviously, that's where the obsessions, come in, like I was talking about, right? Like I said, when I get into something, I really get into it. It's just the way I am. But anyway, back to the channel, right? So, then we had Gen 2 of the channel. Like, I did a recap for the 10-year special, but this is a little bit more of a Cliff Notes version of that, if anything. But when I rebooted the channel... Well, actually, let me say, during Gen 1 of the channel, before I rebooted it, there was... it wasn't my channel, right? It was our channel. Like, it was made using... Like, I made it, but it was for me and my brothers and my friends. And that's what it was. Fugitive Red Eye was the name of the channel. I would just refer to myself as Ange. And I would say, on the Fugitive Red Eye channel. And then Gen 2, I took the name Red Eye on myself, Fugitive Red Eye on myself, but Danny actually came up with it. It was actually his gamer tag at one point. But I would use it, and eventually, like I said, I gave the moniker to myself when I rebooted the channel in 2015, and then I started referring to everyone else as Team Red Eye, which is also the name of my second channel. But the intent was originally to have us all be a part of it all the time, and as life went on, that became less and less the case. It is what it is. Conflicting schedules, other people losing interest, things like that. That's just how it went. But Gen 2, I think, is one that I am very nostalgic for. Like Gen 1 as well. But Gen 2 of the channel, really, really nostalgic for to an extent. Like, I mean, granted, I say nostalgic, but really, it's only fucking 8 years ago, right? But on Gen 2 of the channel, we had me, Kyler, Sean, Snowman, and Dozer Mac, if you guys have watched us for a while, right? They were my co-hosts originally. That was the plan, right? When we were when we started movies you probably never fucking heard of, with Now Eat the movie. That was the reboot. And during the whole reboot era of the channel, I was, there were so many things. There was a series we had planned where we'd review anime with me and Kyler, and we were gonna see if we could get someone to like animate an intro for anime reviews of this big fat ass coming and sitting at the TV screen while he's watching anime, but we never did that. I also at one point wanted to get like an animated intro for Tales from the Drive-Thru, but that never really came to fruition either. But as it went on, Gen 2 began evolving more and more. I focused a lot more on reviews. Well, Gen 2 is kind of commentary and reviews, but it was mostly with unrelated gameplay because I was only using Upload Studio. Because that's the only way I really had to make videos at the time. Other than like recording them on my phone, which obviously I did with collection updates, which were huge in Gen 2. And have still been a part of the channel ever since then. And it was huge in Gen 3 and 4, and even this, which is Gen 5, as I call it, right? But They are a lot less frequent nowadays than they used to be. And that it just is what it is. I plan on doing more. I have one that I've started recording. I record them in segments now and then put them all together, just like I do with the snack reviews now, which we used to film the snack reviews all in one go, and then it became over time that we'd film segments and then put them together. I've actually started another snack review too, believe it or not. But then Gen 3 is when I actually started really editing videos using Movie Maker, granted, which is still what I use to this day. I've had one video edited in Adobe Premiere, and I've had two videos edited in Filmora. But other than that, the entirety of my videos are, when they're edited in Movie Maker. Which is one of the reasons I'm scared to update to Windows 10, because I would have to do a clean install, which I don't know what would happen to Movie Maker if that happened. Like, I'm very scared of that, because I'd have to back everything up, and it just makes me super fucking nervous. Especially with all the things I've started editing but never finished, right? Like, I'm genuinely concerned about what would happen to all that stuff if I got Windows 10. But one of these days I probably will have to upgrade somehow. And I hate that. That's the thing I fucking hate about updating technology, right? Like, here, I'm gonna set this up here real quick. That's the thing I hate about updating technology is, you know, it once you get to a certain point, I feel like you don't really need to update. Like, people like to just make things look newer, like YouTube with its constantly changing UI, where they'll either remove features and add a bunch of shit nobody wants. Like, I don't want shorts. Fuck shorts. Like, they're so vapid and uninteresting, but they're really fucking pushed. And like I said, by default, streaming like this, I have to manually switch to horizontal. South Park: The Streaming Wars DVD and Blu-ray is also coming out on November 7th. I probably won't get it. We'll see. I don't know. Obviously, as I've gotten older, I've become much more cynical and jaded. And I've become kind of a fucking asshole. As you may have noticed if you've watched me for a while, I am a fucking dick. What's up, Super Gaming? Enjoying your cigar? Yeah, it's a good one. By the way, Super Gaming, I got the last trophy on Yick, so I now have the Platinum Trophy. I got all of the achievements, effectively. Like, I keep calling them achievements and trophies interchangeably. They're technically trophies because it's on PlayStation, but I'm an Xbox guy, so if you hear me call it achievements, I'm talking about the fucking trophies. I genuinely like how much I've been enjoying Gick lately, though. Like I said, like, I played it like a year ago, and that was good, nice, happy for you. Yeah, for sure, man. Like, it's a really good game. I genuinely don't know why everyone just parrots the video essay narrative, like myself included for a minute there, right? Like, in my set, like, I started to go down the ironic path, and like, I mean, I did a whole video on this already, right? Like, how obviously I genuinely really like the game, and it's actually a good game. Like I said, it's currently in my top 10 RPGs. But I've got my friend Theron playing it now as well, by the way. He hasn't even got to the first dungeon yet. He literally, because it was late last night, he was hanging out here. He was playing KOTOR. He finally finished Dantooine. He takes a minute to finish some of the RPGs. Granted, he's going around and immersing himself and like talking to NPCs and stuff, which I don't blame him. It's an RPG. So KOTOR, he finally finished Dantooine, and then I had him play some Yick. But all he really did was go to Alex's house, get the grocery list. It got taken by Dolly, which, you know, this is all very early game stuff. This is the start of the game. And then he just walked around Frankton talking to all the NPCs and getting a bunch of chests. He hasn't even done combat yet. But anyway, back to talking about the channel again, since it has been 13 years of the channel. After Gen 2, Gen 3 came, when I started editing everything, did a bunch of reviews, started to gain traction quite a bit. Gen 4 happened, where I was a lot less social, but still more or less the same kind of content. Gen 5 came back, became a lot more social again with the chat, actually started streaming again, started doing collaborations with Corbin again. Like I said, Corbin is basically the second guy on this channel now. Like, if people don't know who he is, it's because they aren't super into the redeye stuff, because Corbin is like the most prominent person other than me on the channel now. It's funny too, because I never heard of Yick until you started playing the game. It is a really good game. Yeah, for sure, man. Like, I played through it a year ago. I don't know if that's when you first saw it or if you just saw it when I was doing New Game Plus, but I've technically played through it 3 times now, basically. Like, I technically haven't finished the ending for the current New Game Plus, New Game Double Plus. I'm just gonna do K&N, by the way, because I did go and fight the comet or meteor, whatever you want to call it, proto comet. I did that to get the last trophy, with the Sench's combos, which, like I said, finding out that, because I did find out you can just turn on infinite time energy, so that made it a hell of a lot easier. Like, when I saw people in the Yick talking about infinite time energy, I thought it was like a PC like exploit or like a thing you could do like with mods or something. But no, it's just something you can do in every version of the game. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. There's a lot of features I haven't really tried in the menu, I guess. Granted, I'm not going to use infinite time energy a whole hell of a lot, although I might, to try and get some crazy combos, right? Use infinite time energy combined with my turbo controller to get some insane Alex combos. That could be fun to do. But, yeah, then, another thing, with the channel, during that 3-year gap, I was on a friend's channel. Unfortunately, it looks like he got rid of a lot of those videos. I haven't talked to him in years, really. He did message me, like a year or 2 ago, just to kind of check up and see how I'm doing. I don't really know a whole lot about him anymore, because it's been so long since I hung out. Like, not hung out, but talked to him online, because he was a Xbox Live friend, whose channel I was involved with for a long time. But again, he's basically deleted all those videos, or privated them at the very least, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I think I have most of them, like the ones with me anyway, backed up. Other than that, what else is there to talk about? Another thing that's obviously changed over the channel is my demeanor, because, like, early on in the channel, I just wanted to do whatever the fuck I wanted. Gen 2 and Gen 3 I kind of went back and forth between how controversial and effective I want to be, how in-depth do I want to get on certain hot button issues and stuff. But obviously, ever since Gen 4 of the channel, I've just gone all in to talk about whatever I want. Which definitely will alienate some people, because I have some controversial thoughts, obviously. I'm pretty open about that, right? That my views can be pretty extreme in some regards. I'm excited for the new Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater remake. It's my favorite game. Yeah, I never really played that much Metal Gear Solid. I played a little bit when I was younger. I know I've seen the Psycho Mantis fight, but I don't even remember which Metal Gear Solid that's in, to be perfectly honest. It's a cool fight. I like it a lot. I like how he reads your memory card. This is the only jacket I could find. It's a little bit small on me, but it's one I got from work that, like, is reflective and stuff too. but it's starting to get cold out. So I do have my other jacket in the car, actually, my big one, but that one's huge. It's much warmer, but I didn't want to go get it from the car because I'm lazy. So I just grabbed this on my way out. I have a manga and movie review planned for the Rape Man series. That'll be something because that series is spicy, but also it's an experience. But I do like the community I've had on this channel, as much as the chat can drive me nuts sometimes, and there'll be dramas and controversies here and there, because I attract a very strange crowd. But I like that I do have an audience. Like, obviously, I do this shit for me. Like, I make videos that I want to make and I like, and if people don't watch it, so be it. But the fact that people do enjoy my crap is fun. I do like that. Whew. It is cold out. Huh. This heater hooked up? And if so, how the fuck do I turn it on? I've never really used this heater, but it is hooked up. Kick ass. Alright, it's a simple switch. Very good. It's got like a fake fireplace in it. Hey, Evie. What's up? So your Xbox Live videos in 2013 to 2014 got privated. Can you re-upload those videos on your main YouTube channel? So you're technically your videos, at least partially. Which Xbox Live videos are you referring to, Andy? Oh, you're talking about the ones that my friend... Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. They're technically his content. I was involved with them. I've used bits of them here and there when talking about them. But I don't know how cool he'd be with me just uploading them. You know what I mean? Especially since I haven't talked to him in so long. How long does it take for this damn heater to heat up? But, we'll see on that, Andy. I've thought about it, but again, they're technically not my content. I was just involved with them. And there's a good chance that friend wants to distance himself from me. I have no idea because I haven't talked to him in a while. And I wouldn't blame him. Like I said, I'm a controversial guy. I've got pretty, I'm pretty open about a lot of my views that are not mainstream, and I don't know where he lines up on things. Probably not where I do. And that's fine. Oh, there we go. It wasn't on. I just had the display on. Okay. Now we're cooking. Now we got some heat. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. I like that. I can see why Trevor has this heater out here. Because there's definitely been people who have started to, distance themselves from me or, stop talking to me because, I have some controversial views. I say some things that people might not like. It's true. I'm an asshole. I've embraced that. I had your voice in them, but the videos you said were uploaded on some other person's channel in 2013, 2014. They seem to have been privated, if that claim is correct. Yes, Andy, that's what I'm saying, but they're not technically my content. Just started playing Doom 64. It's much harder than the other two Doom games. Yeah, I've played Doom 64 a little bit. I've never got past, I think, the 3rd level or something like that. I got stuck. I don't know if I'm soft locked or what. It's all good. I do like your honesty. Yeah, I mean, that's what I go for is honesty, but he cannot copyright claim you for videos private on their channel. Actually, he can, Andy. He technically owns them because he made the videos. That's how copyright works. And it's not even a matter of that. It's a matter of I don't just want to be an asshole and upload his videos if he doesn't want them to be up. Like I said, I've used clips of them here and there talking about them, which is fair use, so that's fine. But if I just upload them, that'd be kind of a dick move. Like I said, I've thought about it, but they're not technically my content. And I don't even remember how many of them I actually have backed up. And like I said, there's a chance that friend wants to distance himself from me because, again, I'm a controversial guy. Were some of them straight up deleted? I don't know. They're either deleted or privated. I can't tell. They're just not there. I've gone to his channel and they don't appear. There is still one of them up on his old channel. That still exists. The one before he did the gaming retextured channel. And I'm in that. That one's not privated. But the ones we did on a regular basis, and maybe he doesn't want to have that kind of content out there. Maybe he doesn't want to have any content out there. Maybe he just wants to be a private guy because he's gone on with his life. I know he got married and actually has a life of his own now. And regardless of what he may or may not think of me, I hope he does well. Like he may not even have a problem with me. I don't know. I haven't talked to him since he reached out to me a couple years ago, and he asked, hey, if I come down there, can we meet up? And I said, sure. And then I never heard from him since. They're more real than most YouTubers. Most YouTubers nowadays are just really fake. Yeah, I mean, I don't lie about who I am. You know what I mean? Like, people won't like the stuff I say about women or transgender people, or well, not even the people, just the concept of transgenderism. I mean, granted, people would see that as an attack regardless, because I very much don't like transgenderism, and I do view it as a mental illness, and I am pretty openly sexist. Like, I don't even try to hide that. But a lot of people, they won't talk. A lot of people don't like to talk about like those kind of issues and stuff and be honest about them, and that's fine. I don't like that per se. I do hate that a lot of people are like kind of fake and like just say the same normal, acceptable stuff. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Do I wish it was different? Sure, absolutely I do. I did a whole rant on it, obviously, saying how, life is edgy, the internet should be too, that kind of thing. And I know edgy is a fucking cringe thing to say, but you know what I mean. That's exactly what I was saying earlier in another stream. Fugitive Redeye does not flip the block switch, unlike a lot of other channels. Well, yeah, of course, Andy. I'm not going to block someone in my chat unless they give me a very, very good reason. And I don't do that a whole lot. But, this channel's always been, me just being me to an extent. And I was honest earlier on, and I'm honest again. There was a brief period where I tried to sugarcoat it, right? When I tried to be a little bit more tactful with the way I talked, but that's not really who I am. So I don't. I'll never be monetized. I'd be demonetized in a heartbeat if I tried. I have no intention of being monetized. Because I like just kind of flying under the radar. Whew. Man, it's cold. But this heater is nice. I like this heater. I can see why it's out here. Let's see. What else? What else? Milks and milks and tables and tables. There are entire playthroughs of mine that are like hidden in a way. Like they're not hidden as in they're unlisted or anything, but like I have no fucking idea which streams contain my Cokehead Junkie playthrough because I played through the whole game on the channel. But I cannot for the life of me find what streams they're on because they were just bonuses at the end of streams, right? No, none of that. No barking. Do you want to go back inside, girl? Huh? Is that what you want? I'm gonna let you guys inside. All right, give me a sec. I'm gonna let the dogs back inside. Come on. Sorry about that, boys. But if they're gonna start barking, they need to go in the house. What else? But the YouTube copyright system doesn't recognize the content in the URL. And Andy, it is not that kind of thing. It's an ethical thing for me. Like, granted, I don't really believe in copyright, but at the same time, it's not really my place to do that. Like, I don't know. And again, I'm not even sure which ones I have backed up. Because I don't really have any interest in starting a drama with him either. Because again, as far as I know, me and this guy are cool. So, there's no reason in hell I would do that. Like, the only times I've had drama is when it's been someone related to me, and, like, not related to me, like not like related, but like someone who's been in the orbit of my channel in some way or another, and I've had a reason to talk about it. Like with Malachi, right? Malachi was a former viewer. I didn't like the path he was going down. He started trouble with you, and so that's how that started. Every time I've had drama, it has been related to the channel in some way. I don't go out of my way to start drama most of the time, because I do have kind of a live and let live on YouTube sort of thing. Even if people despise me. Like, if someone says something about me, I'll usually respond to it unless they're not worth it. Unless it's someone who's just doing it for attention. I won't acknowledge shit like that. But if someone has a genuine grievance with me and actually has good, like actually worth my time, Like, if Malachi did another video on me, I'd probably respond to it. But other than that, I largely don't talk about him anymore, as you probably noticed. And like, yeah, I do a little trolling here and there, right? Like with Cucumber Clan or Savage Gamer or Jesse Coffee, that kind of thing. But I haven't really done that in a minute. Like Cucumber Clan, I've done plenty of videos making fun of him because he is a strange entity. But those are all lighthearted for the most part. I genuinely don't like. I don't have any ill will towards the Cucumber Clan. I think he's funny because he has no grasp on reality, like, at all. Whew. But like I said, I don't really go out of my way to get into any beef with anyone. It's not really my goal. Like, if I have a reason to say something about someone, I will. But like, as far as like with the old stuff, like, again, looping this back to what you started about, those videos are not mine. I don't want to cause any drama with that guy. Because, like I said, as far as I know, me and him are cool. Even if he doesn't talk to me. Even if he removed all the videos I was in, that's fine. That was his channel. Those were old trolling videos. All it was trolling people on Xbox Live. It's really not missing out on that great I mean, to be fair, some of them were really fucking funny. But again, I don't even know which ones I have backed up and where. Like, I had the one where I did Sergeant Bastard backed up. I know that. But I don't know where, if I backed up, like, the cult of, what the fuck was it? The Agnostic Brotherhood, where we tried to convert a guy to agnosticism, and then I started saying a bunch of Kiflam shit from GTA. That one was funny, but I don't know if I have that. You know what I mean? Could you please re-upload those? Andy, it is not an issue of copyright. It is an issue of not wanting to start drama if the guy who made those videos doesn't want them up. That's all it is it's a courtesy. And again, I don't know how many of them I actually even have. Like, if I have them, I'll watch them for my own enjoyment, sure, but like, we'll see, Andy, we'll see. But again, I'm not gonna just upload that, most likely, because it's just not cool. You know what I mean? And like I said, parts of them have been uploaded to the channel in fair use ways, like the Sergeant Bastard stuff. Well then what? What's up, Chip Goat? How you doing? You could disable comments. Andy, you don't seem to grasp the whole cusp of the whole thing. I don't even think I could find those videos since it's so old. That's true. Like I said, I don't even know how many of them I have backed up. But yeah, tomorrow I will be starting. The third New Game Plus in Yik, and I will also most likely be starting Postal 2, and possibly continuing Lisa the Painful. We will see. I might also just make videos, or I might go do something. Sunday, I have some plans, so we'll see. Postal 2 is fun. Yeah, I do plan on playing Postal 2. Now that I beat Postal 1, I do need to move on to Postal 2 before I lose access to Steam, because, again, I have Windows 7 and am stubborn. but I did get Postal Redux on PS4, and I will get Postal 4 and Postal Brain Damaged on PS4 at some point. But also, Chipped Goat, since you're here, I'll say this. I said it at the beginning, but I got all the trophies in Yik now. I finally got the Essential Combos because I found out that you could just turn on Infinite Time Energy. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I did use Infinite Time Energy for it, but I still had to time it. And it was the only one I needed, so... Oh, yeah, I forgot about the assist mode. Yeah, exactly. Like, that made it so much easier. But I still had to time it. It still took me, like, 4 attempts. I didn't do it on stream. I'm probably just going to do K&N when I actually do the ending tomorrow, just to wrap up, because I haven't technically finished New Game Double Plus. Is there any Postal games on the PlayStation Store? I need to have a look. Yes, there's Postal 1, Postal 4, well, Postal Redux, which is the remake of 1. It changes the ending, like I said. And then there's Postal 4 and Postal Brain Damaged, which is a spin-off. Don't play Postal 3? I mean, I would kind of want to play even the bad one, but the thing is, I'm only going to have access to Steam for another couple of months. And I don't think I bought Postal 3, so there's a good chance I'm not going to play Postal 3. Or if I do, it's not going to be anytime soon. You're not missing much, to be honest. I mean, that's what I've heard. Postal 3 is the one that people don't like. A lot of people don't like the Postal movie, though, and I love the Postal movie. Like, the Postal movie is my favorite video game movie. Like, I fucking love the Postal movie. Yeah. But I also, I like the 80s Mario movie, and that movie is cheesy as hell. I mean, I need to rewatch that. I didn't really get into it when I watched it, because I like to watch So Bad It's Good things, too, obviously. Or even things that are just kind of cheesy, but still good. But I might give the Mario movie another shake, because my opinion on things does tend to change as time goes on, you know. Hence Yik. Like I said, look at that. Started out a curiosity, became ironic enjoyment, and now it's one of my favorite RPGs. Like, it's literally in my top 10. I think it's ranked 7th on the current list I'm making. But still, it's one of my favorites. I fucking love Yik. Good game. So yeah, I'll probably give the Mario movie another shake. I need to give Citizen Kane another shake, because I saw Citizen Kane in high school and was bored. But being older, I'd probably be a lot more inclined to like it. Especially since I do like the concept of Citizen Kane, you know, the fall of a protagonist who was only happy during his childhood. I probably never will like Gone with the Wind, just because I fucking hate Scarlett O'Hara, the main character of Gone with the Wind. Then again, I really like Rhett Butler, the Clark Gable character in that movie, so... What else? What else indeed? I'm going to be doing, like I said, my entire PS4 collection soon. I might even record that tonight after this stream. We'll see. I'm going to start with the physical stuff and then use the capture card to show the stuff I only have digitally. I have so few PS4 games, though, I can easily do that entire collection in one video. But I am expanding that collection. Like I said, I got Postal Redux now. And then I will be getting Postal Brain Damaged and Postal 4, as well as... I'll obviously be getting Yik IV when it comes out, but I'm going to buy that physically. Because obviously there's going to be the update, and I'll probably play it before the physical copy comes out if they do it digitally first as an update. Maybe this way going forward, you should keep your voice to yourself in your own content. No, Andy, I don't mind doing collabs. Like, any collaborators you have are already comfortable with having their voice in your videos? I mean, yeah, Andy. I mean, look, Vintage Weeb would not want to be in my videos now because he fucking hates me. But he was in a couple of my videos before. We used to be on pretty good terms, but doesn't like me, and that's fine. That's whatever. More power to him. But I'm gonna do. I still need to do that Clay Puppington video, and I need to do Rio Isn't Gay Part 3. So, you know, those are still coming. Those are videos. Like, Rio Isn't Gay Part 3 has all been recorded. Like, I have it all recorded. The only problem is actually editing it, because that one is actually like a maximum effort. Like I've said, there's different tiers of effort in my content. Some videos are edited more than others. A lot of them, if I'm like reviewing a game or something, I'll just throw on gameplay from the game and then kind of chop it up, which is lazy as fuck, but it's what I do. And then other times I put in maximum effort. It really just depends. I think that's the end of that cigar. I might chill out here for a minute, though, before I go back inside, though. We'll see. What time is it getting to be? Is it already like 3? It is 3. Okay. But, you know, there were actually collabs that I was going to do that fell through. Like, I remember there was this voice acting thing people wanted to get me involved in. And I emailed them a couple times about it. They wanted me to be in some machinima series or something like that, or some sort of series on YouTube. I don't really know all the details, but I was perfectly willing to do it. Like, I'll collab with almost anybody. But the thing is just actually doing that. You know what I mean? And also, you know, when I collab with someone, I'll make it clear what associating with me means. Yeah, but that one fell through because the guy stopped emailing me back and forth. To be fair, I didn't put in like a ton of effort to keep reaching out, because it's like he wanted me to do it, and then I don't think he ever actually got a script off the ground for it. But then there was another channel, this guy Isaac, who used to be in my chat and stuff all the time in the comments, who was going to have me talk to him about what at the time was called Saw Legacy, but then was later Jigsaw, because, you know, then the movie came out. And we were going to do a video talking about the movie, but it never happened. And then he moved on to doing other stuff. And I did do one collab with Redland Ranger, where we talked about Devilman. But, what is your favorite Doom mod? Ooh, you want to get spicy? Because my favorite Doom mod is spicy. Moonman Doom. A mod you can't get anymore. Because it was like really over the top offensive, but it was a good meme. And it had a lot of unique changes to the gameplay. Speaking of spicy, I do plan on doing some more Newgrounds adults-only game reviews in the future, too. Some of them I plan to do will be a bit spicy, because there's stuff like DFD or Midnight Paradise, which are controversial in their own right, or Slave Lords of the Galaxy. Yeah, those are something. I have said before, I used my full name on the internet because I don't give a fuck, but I have not shown my face or my dad's face in any of my videos. With that, I'm pretty sure most people on the internet do not know what Jensen Keyshore looks like in real life, or Andy Keyshore for that matter. Yeah, I'd like to see that, yeah. Some of them I'm going to use the in-game terms, because some of them tread on a subject that Patreon doesn't allow anymore, so they actually had to change some of the in-game dialogue. So I'm going to use those code words when talking about them because I think it'll be really funny. Some of them, though, literally do not change it, so we'll see. But it's a interesting subject. But like DFD is a classic for those games, but it's controversial in the subject matter. It's funny though. It's a funny game. Like there's a whole subplot about your toaster being stolen, and like your detective friend is like super obsessed with it. I love that subplot. It's really fucking funny. But like I said, I plan to review Rape Man, so that'll be interesting. That's a manga, and there's also movies and OVAs about it. That's gonna be a spicy one. But let's see. You know, Pajama Sam doesn't have a platinum trophy. I thought they all had to have platinum trophies on PS4. But like, I'm missing one trophy on Pajama Sam, but it doesn't have a platinum once I get it, which is interesting. I am going to play the other Pajama Sam games as well. For some reason, PS4 only has 1 and 2, but PS1 has 3, so that's how we're going to play that one. I've only played the first one before, and replaying it was super nostalgic, because I used to play it on this disc that you'd get in a cereal box. Let's see. Now those cereal box games, that should be a nostalgic gaming stories episode. Cereal box games, like Candyland and Operation, and well, obviously Pajama Sam, Backyard Baseball, Putt Putt Travels Through Time, Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo. Like you'd get demos of those in cereal boxes, and I'd play them all the time when I was younger, back on my grandma's old Windows XP computer. That's how I also used to play You Don't Know Jack the Ride, which I tried to play. I fucking tried. Because it's a burned copy, I don't have the real disc because I don't know where Sean's original copy, if he even had the original copy, because we've had it for so long. And unfortunately, it needs the real disc to authenticate it to install. Maybe I'll actually get a real copy of it, though, because You Don't Know Jack the Ride is my favorite You Don't Know Jack game. Because there's some interesting mechanics and stuff that are only in that one. I do like Doom mods that involves other video game series. Yeah, there's some good Doom mods on that. I thought you agreed that anyone on Team Redeye before joining needs to agree that they are comfortable with having their existence on your channel in any way your videos. Andy, my selection process for Team Redeye doesn't necessarily have a set thing. Basically, it's just people I've collaborated with that I have dubbed part of Team Redeye. Like there's people that are kind of like in that realm. Like Chisu's not like full on Team Redeye, but he's he's honorary. Like he's almost Team Redeye. You know what I mean? Because I've done collabs with Chisu. I've talked with Chisu a lot in the chat. He can drive me up the fucking wall and drive me nuts at times. But Team Redeye is mostly just my close friends and family, to be honest. Like, there's some others that have been on Team Redeye in the past that aren't anymore. Or ones that just don't appear on YouTube anymore. Like Ethan was briefly on Team Redeye. I have nothing against Ethan. He's great. I see him in the chat all the time. In fact, he might even show up here, so obviously I wouldn't talk shit on Ethan. I have no problems with him. But when we tried to do a collab, there was that whole little mini beef that he and I had. Probably largely due to a misunderstanding. We're cool now. Like I said, he still shows up in the chats. But he was on Team Redeye for like 2 days. And I still have Anthony featured on Team Redeye, but he hasn't talked to me in a while, but that's fine. I have no problem with that. and I still am not going to remove him because Anthony was a big part. He was a great asset to the channel. Anthony helped me out a lot when I was struggling in 2020. He was one of the few people that was still my friend and stuff at the time, and he he did a lot for the channel. Like, that's one thing that I will always be grateful for Anthony with. He helped me get files and stuff like that. He helped me convert files. Like, he was super useful to me during Gen 3 and 4 and a little bit of Gen 5 of the channel, right? Nice guy. Who, Anthony? Oh, yeah, Anthony's super nice. But at the end of the day, I'm a toxic guy, and he probably didn't want to be a part of that, and that's fine. There's also Awesome Gamer, who was briefly on Team Redeye, but I really just did that to be nice, because he wasn't really on Team Redeye. Awesome Gamer. Like, he just asked if he could be, and I let him because I was a nice guy at the time. But Awesome Gamer was never really on Team Redeye. But also, both Rabbit Waffles and Anthony B have used their voice and shown their face on the channel before. Yeah, for sure. And like I said, both of them have been great. Like, both of them, Anthony and Corbin, of course, have been a big part of a lot of what makes this channel work. And I am eternally grateful for that. Corbin is my best friend. Like, it's not even close. Like, I have other friends, Theron and Spencer, they're my best friends too. But with Corbin, it's a little different. It's hard to explain. Especially without sounding like a fag. Whew. All right. Let's take this show inside, yeah? Really do want to play Return to Castle Wolfenstein on my PS2. I have that game, actually. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. It's a, where's that switch? There it is. Alright, let's take this show inside, yeah? All right. Now we are back inside, boys. All right, boys. I tell you what, I'm going to throw up a poll about this, because I'm going to throw up a poll in the chat in a second here of what I should do for the next little bit. I'm probably going to be doing stuff for like another... I know Chutters uses... Oh, yeah, Chutters is part of Team Redeye for sure. Like, Chutters is great. Chutters uses his voice even though he seems to only do collection update videos now. Yeah, for sure. And Chutters doesn't really do a lot of content anymore, but I still talk to him from time to time. I really like Chutters. And he did the title card. Just want Bethesda to port onto modern consoles. It's a really good World War II game. Yeah, I've played a little bit of Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I never played like a ton of it. But I will be throwing up that poll in chat now. because I'm probably going to be, like I said, doing stuff for like another hour or so for tonight. So I gotta actually put up the poll on the computer. It won't let me do it on mobile. Here we go. Fucking piece of shit. There we go. You just fucking... There we go. Alright, here comes the poll, boys. What do... Alright, there we go. There's the poll. Should be going up now. Just want Bethesda to... Yeah, I read that already. Yeah, okay. One vote in for Yick. I'll give it a second, see how things go. 2 votes in, both want Yick. So it looks like that's probably what we're going to do. I'll give it another 30 seconds or so. Boop, 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 boo. Ba-doo, 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 boop, boo, boo. All right. Got another, I don't know, 5 seconds, I think. I don't fucking know. 3, 2, 1, fuck it. All right. Looks like we're gonna start the new game Triple Plus. It'll be a shorter stream, but let's fucking do it. So see you guys in a minute.